Hey everyone, Dave K here, and today I want to talk about cruising. You know I absolutely love cruising, and I've gotten a lot of questions from friends about what to do on your first cruise. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about that. Let's do it. Getting us started with why I love cruising and some of the things that you should make sure you check out on your first cruise. I absolutely love the level of relaxation and the positive vibes, just calm atmosphere that you feel on a cruise. There's less things that you can do on a cruise when compared to a Disney park, and I actually like this a lot. It allows you time to sit back, relax, look out at the water, spend time in the hot tub or in the pool, and just enjoy everything else that the boat has to offer. I like being able to take time to sit out and look at the water, to spend time in the hot tubs, and to try all of the food. If I were you, if you were going on your first Disney cruise, I would strongly recommend going to those table service dinners. All the table service dinners should be included with your cruise. That being said, Paulo and Remy are not included for dinner or for brunch, but if you go to those typical table service dinners, there are 3 different restaurants. You should see all 3 of them listed on your card. When you are admitted to the cruise ship, they'll let you know what restaurant you're going to on any given night. I would strongly recommend checking out those dining options. The food is absolutely amazing. Now, I do also love the buffets for breakfast and lunch that we go to, like cabanas and that sort of thing, where food is available and you can get as much food as you want. But I find the food is so amazing at those sit-down dinners that it's definitely worth making the time for. I'd strongly recommend at least going to the first few and determining whether or not you like them, and you can make other plans if you decide you don't like the first few. That being said, there is so much to do and so much to see. Another thing I love to do on the cruise ship is to see all of the different shows that the cruise ship has to offer. There should be 2 or 3 shows, I believe it's 3 shows, that you can see on your cruise ship while you're on your cruise. Now, these shows generally have 2 show times, depending upon which dinner time you have. There's an earlier dinner and a later dinner, and there should be an earlier show and a later show. So if you have an earlier dinner, you can catch the later show, or vice versa. So you don't have to worry about missing your dinner just to catch that show. Another factor to consider when you're on your cruise ship is what type of ship you're on. If you're on one of the newer ships, I find that the spa is extremely nice in that they have a hot tub jacuzzi on the top of the ship or on one of the upper decks that has a fantastic view outside of the ship. I feel this really adds to the experience and makes the Senses Spa worth going to on those newer ships. However, on the older ships, the Senses Spa doesn't offer quite as much. You'll find that it's indoors, there are no windows, that jacuzzi or hot tub is not included in that Senses Spa, and so it may not be worth your time on some of the older ships. In my case, I prefer to go to Senses Spa on the newer ships and not the older ships, but that's totally up to you. Another thing I really like to do is to enjoy the hot tub. There is an adult-only area on the cruise ships, which I absolutely love, especially on the newer ships. On the newer ships, there is a hot tub that sits, again, right up against the glass, so you can look out the ship right as you are enjoying the hot tub. It's fantastic to sit in the hot tub and enjoy the views as you're sailing or sailing away, or even while you're at port. To be able to sit in the hot tub and look out at that environment and at the world is absolutely amazing and a beautiful view. In terms of the stops that you make on a Disney cruise, my number 1 priority on a Disney cruise is to stop at Castaway Cay. Now, not all cruise ships go to Castaway Cay, as it is a very specific location in the Eastern Caribbean. However, if your ship goes to Castaway Cay, I would strongly advise that you get off the ship and enjoy Castaway Cay when you arrive there. For the other stops, you can determine what you like to do and what you'd rather skip, depending upon your preferences and how you're feeling and how much more you want to see on the ship. But I would strongly advise getting out and enjoying Castaway Cay when you're there. It's absolutely beautiful. The weather's fantastic. And to be able to sit at the adult cove, that private beach, and just relax and look out at the water is such a fantastic experience. I couldn't recommend it more. Another awesome thing to do at Castaway Cay is to check out Cookies 1 and Cookies 2. Both of the Cookies restaurants have fantastic dining options. They have barbecue like salmon, burgers, hot dogs, and that sort of thing. They also have some fantastic cookies. How could they not with a name like that? I'd strongly advise checking out those Cookies restaurants for lunch on your Castaway Cay day. However, you'll find that you can eat on board the ship on most days. When you stop at different ports, the boat generally still has food available at cabanas. So you may decide to eat a large brunch before getting off the boat and enjoying Castaway Cay. There are several fantastic excursions as well that you can do on different ports. Some of the favorites that I've done, I absolutely loved the jet skiing that I did with Mike. We used to have the ability to go on our own jet skis and drive separate jet skis and sort of race each other or zip past and see different things and point things out to each other. I believe now it's only two-person jet skis instead of one. So if you're going on a jet ski, I believe you have to ride with a partner, or you rent out a jet ski and pay as much as you would for two people on a jet ski to rent out that same jet ski, just because I think they're trying to maximize the space on those jet skis. But I had a fantastic experience on the jet skis, and if you are going with a partner or a friend and you want to experience a jet ski together, it's a really, really fantastic experience. Now, I've been on other jet skis in Florida and that sort of thing. I went out on jet skis in Tampa when I lived there for a while, and that was an awesome experience, but I was blown away by the jet skiing experience on Castaway Cay. To be able to see dolphins, to go out as far as we did, to be able to stand on a sandbar out in the sort of water in the island, being able to look back at Castaway Cay and enjoy the views and go out quite a distance and have that tour led by tour guides on those jet skis is absolutely amazing. That is my number one excursion of all the excursions that I've been on a cruise. I also loved parasailing. Being up in the air and looking down on the ship and looking down on Castaway Cay was absolutely amazing as well. I loved parasailing. My only problem with parasailing was I felt it was really too short for what it cost. I feel like we were only up in the air for maybe 3 or 5 minutes, and I'd love to do parasailing for like 15 minutes or half an hour. That may seem significant, but I feel like that'd be a fun experience. Again, I felt like we were in the air a little too short. There are so many other activities to do on the cruise ship. You'll find that there are movies. Sometimes the cruise ship will show movies that aren't even in theaters yet. Depending upon when you go, if there are new releases coming to theaters from the Disney studios, you'll have an exclusive look at those movies on the cruise ship. This is an absolutely amazing experience, and I love the theaters that they have on the cruise ships as well. If you're a big movie person, you might enjoy checking out some of the movies that they have on the cruise ships. Just another idea for you. Another thing you might really enjoy on the cruise ships is pictures with the characters. There are so many different characters on the cruise ship, and sometimes they'll bring out unique characters for adventures like Marvel Day at Sea, or Star Wars events, Christmas events, holidays events, that sort of thing, where you can get special unique pictures with different characters that you might not be able to find anywhere else. Make sure you're on the lookout for these pictures as you're on your cruise. Now, these special adventures like Marvel Day at Sea or the holidays on the high seas, you'll find that there are also sometimes costume parties where different guests will wear costumes and celebrate in the magic and in those holiday seasons or in those special events together. You can choose to wear a costume. I haven't had the opportunity to go on a costumed cruise quite yet, but I like the idea of this, and it was really cool to see all the costumes that were on the ships on these special costumed cruises. Another special event you may find on your cruise is the Captain's Night. Everyone wears something a little bit more formal, and they take pictures with the captain or other members of the crew. There's fantastic environment. Sometimes they'll have drinks, complimentary drinks, whether those are alcoholic or non-alcoholic. Generally, they have both. And this is a great experience to be able to come out and meet the captain and some crew members, just be able to experience more of the boat, hear some fantastic music, try some of those new drinks, those new flavors from the boat and enjoy more of what the ship has to offer. You'll find that there are many other special events while you're on your cruise as well. Make sure that you pick up a copy of the itinerary to stay in the loop of all of the events that go on the cruise ship as well. There's so much to do, and you'll find that there may be 3 or 4 different events going on at the same time in different places on the ship. The ship is so large that there's so much to do, and there's something for everyone. So I'd strongly suggest you pick up the itinerary early on in your adventure and try to plan your day or your days in advance. Think of the things that you want to do the most and try to make sure that you set away time for yourself to do them. You'll find that the cruise ship also offers Edge and Vibe, a couple of clubs for kids to be able to spend time, whether it's playing video games or spend time with different cast members, and be able to spend their own time in a setting with kids their own age. This also allows you to take time away if you're looking for some more adult time, to be able to do that and send your kids somewhere where they can really enjoy their time and enjoy all the ship has to offer. I know a lot of kids really do enjoy some of these kids clubs. I even enjoy those open houses playing Guitar Hero and a lot of the other video games that Edge or Vibe may offer. And so make sure that you take a look and check those out during those open houses to see if there's something there that might interest you or a family member. Different people may like different parts of a Disney cruise. I really like the component that you sit back and relax and that there's not too much to do. There is always something you can do if you want to be doing it, but also to have that time to sit back and relax and look at the water really adds to the experience for me. Now, it's not like Disney World where there's so much to do and so little time, and you want to make sure that you catch it all. So it really depends on the type of experience that you prefer. If you like being able to sit back and relax and enjoy the quiet, slower pace, calmer environment, this may be an experience you'd love. Also, you may really enjoy the water. And if you find yourself spending a lot of time at water parks, and I know I love water parks as well, cruising may be something you enjoy as well. However, if you feel like you're going to be missing out on the parks, or you want to make sure that you can do it all, maybe you won't love spending all of your time on a cruise ship. Maybe you'll feel like you're missing out on so many other opportunities. Also, if you feel like you might get nauseous from a lot of rolling around of the ship, you want to be careful of where you go on the ship. Now, a lot of people do wear patches on the back of their ears that prevent them from feeling too much of a shaking effect. I feel that I don't have too much of an issue with the shaking on a ship, but you can find that as you go further back on the ship, especially on the lower decks, that rocking, that shaking, can be more difficult to deal with depending upon your comfort levels. In terms of more immersive activities to do on the cruise ship, you'll also find that at least on a few of the ships, they do have a water slide. The aqueduct goes over the edge of the cruise ship as you're sliding down this water slide on the cruise ship. It's a fantastic experience. There are also several other kids' activities that are water related on the cruise ship. You'll find funnel vision is one of many fantastic activities you can enjoy on the cruise ship. You'll find seating for adults, and kids can also get in a miniature pool in front of the funnel vision so you can all watch a movie together and kids can enjoy that pool environment. Funnel vision runs for many hours of the day, and you'll be able to see movies there at daytime and during the night. There's also an immersive playground area for kids to be able to enjoy a sort of like a water park on one of those upper decks. Should be the 9th or 10th deck, I'm not really sure, depending upon which level you're on, but there's plenty to do for younger kids as well on the cruise ships. In terms of shops and different venues, you'll find there are so many different clubs and merchandise shops for adults as well on the cruise ship. Now, one note about those merchandise shops on the cruise ship, they do close when you go to port. So you'll find that you're only able to shop when you're out at sea. So make sure that if there's anything that you want to see from the merchandise shop, you're taking a look while you're out at sea. Another thing I love to do on the cruise ships is to just walk around and explore the vessel. There's so much to see on these ships and so much to do that you may enjoy just walking around and taking a look at everything to get a better idea of where everything is and which areas you like the most or you want to spend the most time in. As you familiarize yourself with different areas, you'll also find it easier to find some of the different activities you may want to do. Another thing I absolutely love about the cruise ships is the accessibility to water. You may know I love water and to spend time in and on the water, so to be able to look out at the water while on the cruise ship and to grab some seats, generally on the 4th deck I believe, to be able to sit out and look out at the water, or on the 9th, 10th, or 11th deck. You can also find yourself in the water in the hot tub or in the pool on the cruise ship, and when you get to Castaway Cay, there are so many fun immersive water activities to do, whether you're in the beach at the Adult Cove or you find yourself at the slides. There's some more intensive, fun, exciting water activities at Castaway Cay as well, like slides that you can enjoy as well. I absolutely love cruising, and I'm so excited to share all of my insights on cruising with you. Do you find this sort of video helpful? Do you have any other questions on cruising you'd like to hear me answer? Thank you so much for being a part of the fun with me. For more fun, family-friendly adventures, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay informed. Until next time, play on.